Hi, boys and girls. Happy Wednesday. You're halfway through your last full week of kindergarten. For today for math, we have 3 activities to do. We're going to focus on patterns, counting numbers of bugs and spots that we see, and then at the end, we're going to play a fun card game. So here's what we're going to do first. We're going to warm our brains up by looking at some patterns and figuring out what comes next. Let's look at the first picture right here and see what we notice. I see 1 row of dots right here. Let's count how many dots there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, each of these rows can hold 10 dots. I see 10 dots in this picture. I'm going to write the number 10 right there so my brain remembers what I saw. Let's go on to the picture number 2. Let's see how many dots we see in this picture. We know now that there are 10 dots in this row, and there are 10 dots in this row. So instead of counting from the number 1, I'm just going to count these by 10. 10, 20. There are 20 dots in this picture. Let's write the number 20 right there so we remember. Let's move on to picture number 3. I see 3 rows of 10. Instead of counting all these dots by 1, that would take me forever. I'm just going to count them by 10s. 10, 20, 30. There are 30 dots in this row. Take a look at picture number 4. Do you have a prediction about how many dots there are? Count them on your own to see if you can figure out how many dots there are. Okay, I think I got it. Do you have it? Let's count together. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 10. There's no way I'm going to count these starting from the number 1. That would take forever. I'm going to count each row by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. There are 40 dots right here. Is that what you got? Nice. So when we go back and look, we had 10, 20, 30, 40. Imagine what would come next. Do you think you got it? What number would come next? 50. I think you're right. So guess what your next job is? Your next job is to draw 50 dots. So I am going to go ahead and I remember I need to draw 5 rows because each row has 10 in it. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm going to make sure those first 5 rows have dots in them. So I know the first 5 are all going to be blue in each row. So I'm going to do my blue dots. And then on top, I'm going to do my red dots. See? 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm going to go back and check. In row 1, I have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows. I have 5 rows of 10. I'm going to go back and count these by 10 just to make sure. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I have 50 dots. I could even write the number 50 over here. Your job now is to figure out what comes next on these next 2 boxes. Let's think what would be in the next picture. We started with 10, then we went to 20, then 30, then 40, then 50. What comes next? 60. I know it's 60 because we're just counting by 10s. So you'll draw 60 dots in this picture and then move on to the next one. For activity number 2 today, you're going to count some ladybugs and how many spots that they have. So on this side right here, your job is to count how many ladybugs you see. In this picture right here, how many ladybugs are there? There's 1 ladybug. Now, in this box over here, you're going to count how many spots that one ladybug has. Let's go in and look at its spots. I see 1, 2. I see 2 spots on this ladybug, so over here I'll write the number 2. Let's do one more together. The first thing we need to do is count how many ladybugs we see in this row. 1, 2. There are 2 ladybugs. Let's write the number 2. All right, let's count how many spots we see on these 2 ladybugs. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many spots are there? Right, there are 4 spots on that ladybug. You're going to keep going in these next 4 rows. You're going to count how many ladybugs there are on this side, and then how many spots there have on this side. Your final job today is your opportunity to play a card game. So let me show you a quick video of how to play this game, and then you can try on your own.
Hi friends, it's Miss Green. I wanted to walk you through a quick game you can play with playing cards to practice subtraction. So one game that we play at our house is we get 5 or 7 cards out of our deck, and then we create an equation to show something that might happen with subtraction. So I had these cards that I put together. So I made my equation 8 minus 4 equals 4. Now, another way, if you don't have playing cards, is you could use paper and cut it up. And this is another way. I picked out 5 cards, and I had these 3 cards that I made into a subtraction equation. I did 7 minus 3 equals 4. If you want, you can make some cards that have the subtraction symbol and the equal symbol. But it's just a fun way to play with cards and practice some different equations to show a subtraction story, okay? I hope you have fun playing this game, and I will see you soon. Bye.
So friends, once you finish your math activities on Seesaw, if you'd like to go grab some cards or make some cards, this would be a fun math game that you can play. All right, friends, have fun today.